Eleanor stared out the window, watching the grey sky weep. At 55, she felt like she'd lived 1,000 lives, most of them drenched in responsibility and routine, work, family, bills, the soundtrack of her days. Where had the time gone? When had she last felt truly alive, truly free? She thought back to her childhood, to the pure, unadulterated joy of simple things, splashing in puddles after a summer storm, building pillow forts on rainy afternoons, dancing with reckless abandon, oblivious to the world outside her own happy bubble. When had she stopped doing those things? When had she let life dull her shine? A particularly loud clap of thunder jolted her back to the present. The rain was coming down harder now, a torrential downpour that seemed to mirror the storm brewing inside her. A strange urge, a forgotten yearning, began to stir within her. Eleanor watched as the rain transformed her street into a shimmering river. Each drop, a tiny dancer, twirling and leaping in a mesmerizing ballet. A memory flickered, a time when she was young, carefree. She remembered the feeling of rain on her skin, the scent of wet earth, the sheer exhilaration of being drenched to the bone. It had been so long. Back then, rain wasn't an inconvenience, it was an invitation. An invitation to shed inhibitions, to embrace the elements, to feel truly alive. A smile touched her lips, a ghost of a forgotten feeling. Could she? Should she? The rational part of her, the part that had been nurtured on responsibility and decorum, scoffed. Dancing in the rain at 55. What a ridiculous notion. People would think she'd lost her mind. But another part of her, a long dormant part, whispered a different tune. A tune of freedom, of joy, of reclaiming something lost. Eleanor found herself standing on her front porch, the cool air thick with the scent of rain. She could feel the dampness seeping through her slippers, a sensation both foreign and familiar. For a moment she hesitated, caught between the comfort of her routine and the allure of the unknown. She glanced down at her sensible cardigan, her practical shoes. They felt heavy, constricting, a physical manifestation of the life she'd built around herself. A life that was safe, predictable, but ultimately unfulfilling. Was this really how she wanted to spend the rest of her days? Counting down the minutes until the next obligation, the next responsibility? Looking out at the rain-soaked street, she saw not a downpour, but 1,000 shimmering possibilities. A chance to wash away the dust of routine, to reconnect with the woman she used to be, the woman who danced without a care in the world, a woman she thought she'd lost forever. Section 4. Letting go, stepping in. With a deep breath, Eleanor stepped out from under the shelter of the porch and into the rain. The cool water hit her face, a shock to her system after years of seeking cover. For a moment, she stood there, letting the rain wash over her, feeling the tension drain from her shoulders with every drop. And then, she began to move. Slowly at first, tentatively, like a flower unfurling after a long winter. She swayed to the rhythm of the falling rain, her arms outstretched, her face tilted towards the sky. She twirled, she laughed, she felt the years melt away as she surrendered to the moment. The rain, no longer a threat, became a partner. It embraced her, cleansed her, set her free. With each step, each spin, she felt a weight lifting from her soul. The worries that had seemed so insurmountable just moments ago now seemed insignificant, washed away by the cleansing downpour. Section 5. The Rhythm of the Rain. Eleanor lost herself in the dance. Her movements became fluid, instinctive. She moved with the grace of a woman half her age. Each twirl a celebration of life. Each leap a defiant act against time. The world around her faded into a blur. The only reality was the feel of the rain on her skin. She was no longer Eleanor, the responsible wife, the dutiful mother. She was simply a being of pure joy. Memories surfaced like bubbles rising from a still pond. Memories of childhood summers, of carefree laughter. Memories she had tucked away, convinced they were lost forever. Section 6. Rediscovering Joy. The rain began to ease, the downpour softening to a gentle drizzle. Eleanor came to a stop, her breath ragged, her clothes soaked. She stood there, water dripping from her hair, a wide smile on her face. She hadn't felt this alive in years. Looking at her rain-plastered clothes, she laughed. This was her, in all her imperfect glory. As the rain stopped, a sense of calm settled over her. The world seemed brighter, full of possibilities. The weight of her years felt lighter, each line a badge of honor. It was time for a new chapter, filled with joy and spontaneity. Section 7. Finding magic in the mundane. Eleanor went back inside, her clothes dripping, her heart soaring. The house, usually so quiet, seemed to hum with a newfound energy. Or maybe it was just her, seeing it with new eyes. Eyes that had been washed clean by the rain. She knew there would still be challenges, still be responsibilities. Life didn't magically transform because of one rain-soaked dance. But something had shifted within her. She had rediscovered a part of herself she thought was lost forever. The part that knew how to find joy in the simplest things. The part that embraced life with open arms and a grateful heart. As she peeled off her wet clothes, she made a promise to herself. A promise to seek out those moments of joy, to find the extraordinary in the ordinary, to never again let the rain pass her by without embracing its magic. Because life, she realized, wasn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It was about learning to dance in the rain.